Alright, welcome back to the channel. Following on from the last episode on the wiring on the Z650 1977 B1 restoration project. Still going to continue on with the wiring today. I've done a bit more homework on some of the leads. I've spoken to a lot of people on the forums. I've gone through the actual colour diagram that I pulled off. It's been really helpful. I've actually put that on my Facebook page. There's a link in the description to my Facebook page. I've shared this across with a couple of forums now. Excuse the tea, it's rather chilly morning. Actually, at the time of filming at the moment it's snowing, which is wonderful. Right, as you remember from the last episode, the fuse box I actually ordered was the wrong plug. It was for the later year. So I've now got the correct one so we can get that installed. Managed to find the headlight lead so I can get that installed. The only thing I was missing was the actual indicator earth leads. I've searched everywhere, I can't find them. I have managed to find some spare leads I had, so I'm going to make my own. I've also found the starter motor lead so I can get that connected, and I've also had a small delivery. As I said in the last episode, I wasn't sure whether there was a sub harness that fits to the side that joins the starter relay and all them leads into the alternator. So I had a look online, I found one which was great. That was from Kawasaki Heaven. I had a look before actually starting filming, and this is the 1978 onwards lead, not 77 lead. So not a good one on my behalf, but say please let me know, is there an actual sub wiring like that for the 77? I say this is obviously a 78, so I can't really do a lot with that. The other thing I actually got from them was the sprocket cover, inner sprocket cover. As you remember with mine, it's actually broken, so I couldn't actually attach so that should actually work now, which is good. And also it came with the neutral switch, which I for the life of me can't remember what I did with mine, so that's on there as well. So that was a help. Unfortunately the lead, no. But so that I'll strip down, refurb, repaint. I'll do that off camera, so that'll be ready to go in. So if anybody needs a sub wiring harness from the alternator neutral switch up, let me know, I've got one. So as I say, I've done as much homework as I can, cross-referencing leads, colours, taking loads of photos. Always advise take loads of photos, so let's show you where I'm at the moment. So as I say, this is now the correct fuse box, so we'll get that unpacked in a moment and fitted. These wires I'm actually going to use as earth leads for the indicators. I've also managed to find the positive lead, and as I say, I managed to find the actual headlight lead. So going back to the front, we worked out from the last time that the grey and the green are actually the negative earth leads for the indicators. These three, the red, yellow, red, black and black, are headlight. This was the one that was confusing me, the brown orange. I actually managed to find it. It doesn't go anywhere. And the brown white, again, not actually showing a brown white on any of them. One gentleman did come back to me because I was asking about this lead, and said that in some countries that certain things are added to the loom, so they're put on there. So as I say, that could be the case with this one. I haven't yet put the ignition in properly, it's still loose. Again, thanks to a couple of guys on the forums, I've now managed to work out that this is actually the switchgear, and the switchgear curves around on this side. So in a second I'll change over fuse box, then I can get these two leads connected. At the rear, all that's left is the earth leads to the indicators. Everything this side is practically sorted. I've now taken off the sprocket cover. That's the plug for the neutral switch, which would fit in there when the switch is in. This lead now goes up round the back and it's routed here. So I've still got to work out this section and what these wires go to. So I'll change the fuse box over and then we'll go back to the front. Right, so I've disconnected the old fuse box. Right, so there's a brown white. And then we've got the two leads. So that's another one done. I've just got to feed the negative terminal through and connect that down this side. As I say, most of this will be coming out when I go for a proper fit. I just want to see if I can get where everything goes. So let me get that lead connected, and as I say, we'll work back up and get this finished at the front. Right, so what I've done for now, until I can actually get, I was going to see if I can actually get some proper the earth terminals for the indicators. All I've done for now is just made one up, connected that in, same on the other side. I've also put plugs on the headlight wires and wired that in. I say, because obviously this being an aftermarket plug comes with different colours, so I've literally taken it as, looking at it that way, blue into red black, white into black yellow, and green into red yellow. So that's basically the front, what I can work out, and these don't seem to go anywhere. So that's all the front connected, horn connected. So we've connected all this side. Oh, that's just plopped out. So next job is start on the switchgear. Right, also before I start on the switchgear, another thing I've just remembered, I've just put in the lead from the starter motor that connects up to starter relay. So let's pop that one on. That's another lead out of the way, and I've just got the positive lead to go on. And still stuck on this lot. But anyway, let's get back to these, which will be the switch gear, and start matching up colours. Overall, it's coming together slowly. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but as I say, it's the first time. I just want to make sure I've got everything in the right place and connected. But I think we're looking good so far. Right, I'm going to have to look at how to route that one. Right, so I've actually counted the leads. I try not to get my hands in the way, and there are 13 leads, and I have 13 plugs, so hopefully they should all match up, he says. So it is just a case of checking the colours and matching up, hopefully, if these match up perfectly. So again, I have the diagram at hand, so that's what I've got so far. Green is going to the turn signal. Right, so that's the turn signal is green. So that's a black, that's a black, that's a black white. Still got that mystery brown white. Right, brown white. That's the brown white that's running in with the blue white. I don't think that brown white actually goes anywhere. Got the red yellow. Which goes into red yellow. Right, so I'm left with a black white, a black, and a brown white. But from the switchgear, I'm actually left with two blacks and a blue. Right, what I might do is I might actually connect the positive lead and then stick a battery in and see what we've got. Alright, battery's now plugged in, turn the ignition on and nothing. Don't know what I was actually expecting. Well, I think now it's a case of just trawling through wires. And whether everything is connected. I know that's connected properly. I've matched the wires up, grey to grey, brown to brown, black red to black red. I say another thing is obviously I don't know if the bulbs are any good or whether the wires are any good, so Right, I think for a minute I'm going to stop filming, take about 5-10 minutes out and just go through a few other wires, and then I'll come back. Well, still just as baffled. I've gone through as many of the leads as I can. I think I've got all of them now plugged in. I'm now back down to this bunch here. I'm going to angle you up a bit. I'm still not getting anything. The ignition is on at the moment, so I thought I'd run a quick test on the battery. It's a brand new battery, but just in case. But as you can see, I do have power there, which then, let me angle you down a bit, which then led me back to this lot of wires. Obviously I've plugged in the neutral switch, but the neutral switch is actually that red wire. Now it seems from that I've got 4 wires into a plug, and then what seems to be a wire with a spade connection. So the red, in theory, should be that one, but nothing's happening. So obviously without the neutral switch being plugged in and this wire not being connected, it isn't sending a signal to the actual clocks and the neutral light that it is actually neutral. So that's now got me thinking that, I say, I've got it as a plug connection and here it's not. So this is getting quite baffling at the moment. I'm missing something in this section, but as I say, I've plugged in, matched up all the wires and plugged in all the switch gear. Everything else is connected with the exception of this section. So again, I might have to actually put this into another part. I think I've worked out this one, which is a black, blue, a black, yellow, a green, white and a blue. That seems to be going to a brake light failure sensor, which I actually haven't seen anywhere, so anybody knows about that one, let me know, or whether it's actually applicable to, well then again it's on this, it's that unit there. So let me know on that one if I'm missing something. As I say, it's only now that I'm actually getting things back together that I'm realising what I've got, what I haven't got. So I think more work needs to be done regarding this and these wires. Right, so thanks for joining me again on the wiring. Sorry I didn't get as far as I wanted to. It's, as I say, first time. It is really baffling me. I've gone through as many connections as I can. As I say, all I've got really is what's on that side panel. Everything else has a connection. I've just got 2 earth leads to do on the rear indicators, but everything else is plugged in. I'm probably going to have to run tests on this clock loom because I've never known if it's worked or not, so I really don't know. I'll probably do some tests with the indicator, just a bulb on a lead, and just see what I can find there. If anybody's got any suggestions on the electrics on the side, what do they plug? How do they plug into the? I'd imagine they're actually feeding into the alternator lead, but that's a plug, and I've got bullet connectors. Is there an actual lead, or again I don't know, or do I need to actually put them into a block connection? If you've seen anything I've missed, please let me know, because as I say, electrics has never been my strong point. I'm learning as I go. But as I say, I'll keep tinkering for a bit longer, and then hopefully next episode we should actually start to get somewhere, and then it'll be a case of start putting things back, disconnecting as I go, and routing through properly in cable tying. Links to other videos top left and top right. Always appreciate your help and support. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.